It's happening! All right, hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Plug and Page Show. So the time has finally come, and thank you all for being patient and bearing with us. So a lot of you know me, and to my right, I have the founder of Plug and Paid, Emmy Carlin. Say hello, Emmy.
Hey everyone, how are
Hey
you?
there. Good. And so glad that we have you here and everyone's starting to come on. It's going to be an interesting day today. Last 2 days were kind of interesting too. So a lot of you guys know we had a small private little gift or special that we provided to the Product on Chip subscribers. So I wanted to say thank you to those of you who participated in that. We appreciate that. Now let's give you guys an update as to what's going on. So Emmy, do you want to take that away? I don't want to steal any thunder.
Sure, I'll do it. As a lot of you have probably heard, we have prepared a lifetime campaign. We only did this once before, which was almost 2 years ago with AppSumo, and that got us this great community that we have continued to build a relationship with. And today, or actually a few days ago, yesterday, let's say, we have just launched the new lifetime deal, which is for new users. So it's not a deal for existing users, just to clarify that. It's a deal for new users that maybe missed the last lifetime deal and they want to grab it now. We're really excited about it. The word got out really quickly everywhere about it. So we've been nonstop busy answering messages and questions from people. So if you guys have any questions about the deal, do let us know in the comment section below, and we'll be able to reply hopefully to all of your questions. All right, I think most of you know the how to access the deal page. If you don't, please give a private message to Bruce or ask in the chat below, and we will share the link with you. Basically, what the new lifetime deal offers is we came out with a concept which is meant to address multiple types of needs. So our offering includes like 9 types of coupons that you can purchase. The first 4 of them are about our Lightning plan. So as most of you know, Lightning is the standard pro account for Plug and Paid. You can also get a 7-day trial, but then after that, the user requires a Lightning account so that it continue to operate. Until now, we only sold lifetime coupons for that 2 years ago with AppSumo, and now we're ready to do it again today. And this might as well be the last deal that we're doing because we're trying to focus on bringing more subscribers. Right, so let's get into the deal specifics. We have 4 types of Lightning plans depending on what you need. If you would just like to try it out and see later if an upgrade might be worth it or not, then you can just grab the 49 euro coupon, which is for Lightning Lite. And this is an account that doesn't include branding, so you cannot add your own logo, you cannot add your own custom domain, things like that. But you do have the possibility to sell online. You have the hosted pages on our own domain with our shortener service that you can use to sell on your social media or with your audience. It's just that you cannot set up your branding settings. And also, any future features that we will build will not be available for the Lightning Lite plan. This is just a snapshot of what we have today, minus the branding, minus the webhooks and APIs functionalities. Then we have the normal Lightning plan, which is a 99 euro plan, and it includes also 2 teammates. So basically, you can give access to 2 different email addresses to manage your account, and you can set permissions on that, by the way. It includes custom branding, so it's fully functional across most of our features, let's say, except for a few add-ons that I'm going to talk about later. But it has custom branding. It is a full account. It just doesn't have the Twilio automation, and it doesn't have the marketing automation. Those two add-ons you can always purchase later inside as an in-app purchase if you want, but they're just not included in this plan. Everything else is there. And this grants you 600 monthly transactions. This means every month, the number of transactions that you made resets to 0. And when you get past the 600 monthly transactions, you will, each transaction will have an average fee of 1.9% plus 2 cents per transaction. But a lot of people don't even go above 600 sales per month. And if you don't, then this is the plan for you. It also includes 1,000 new monthly leads in the next version 7.0 that is going to roll out soon in a few weeks, which brings email automation. It will also bring a new type of plug that will give you an embed code for an email capture form. So none of the big e-commerce next things. Is just an email field, maybe a first name, last name, that you can collect information from visitors and put them on your mailing list. So you get 1,000 new monthly leads for this specific purpose, including in this plan. Again, this also resets every month. You also get 5 gigabytes of storage in total if you want to host your digital files with us for selling. If you need more storage than that, then you either go over that and you have to pay a €1 per 1 gigabyte fee, or you can attach your own Amazon S3 account, and this doesn't cost anything. You will just store the files there, and you have unlimited storage that way. And there's also a 5 gigabytes monthly data transfer component, which is the size in files, the total size in files that is downloaded by your customers. This is also a cost with our servers and our services, which is why it has to be included in our plans. So you get 5 gigabytes for that. Again, when you go over that, there is a €1 per 1 gigabyte fee. The Lightning Plus plan is €245. It includes all of the previous plan features. It includes Twilio, the Twilio automation module, which allows you to send SMS messages based on order events. It doesn't include marketing automation. It has 5 teammates, 1,500 monthly transactions, 5,000 new monthly leads, 10 gigabytes of storage and data transfer. We have Lightning Plus Plus, which is the biggest, most beefed up account on offer, which is €490. And you get all of the previous things, plus marketing automation, 10 teammates, 3,000 monthly transactions, 10,000 monthly leads, 50,000 automation triggers, and 20 gigabytes of storage and data transfer. So this is the offering for the plug and paid app functionalities to grab a lifetime account with these quotas included and very low fees when you go over. By the way, the 4 plans have different overage fees. When you exceed the quota, the higher the plan, the lower the fee. So you might want to take that into consideration as well. And this is the pricing for plug and paid. Of course, you can also buy, no matter if you're a new user who just bought a Lightning account, or if you are an old user, you can purchase a €99 transactions pack, which will add 1,000 more transactions to your plan, to your existing plan. And there's 99 codes left. So with our deal, we have just a limited number of codes available on sale. So if you want to just kind of think about this for longer, make sure you come back to the deal page from time to time so that you can see how many codes are left. Now, we also have an offer for agencies, which is really exciting. For agencies, our solution is called Superbolts. And what Superbolts does is a different app. It's a multi-company management app, which allows you to have your own network of merchants and manage them, right? Like this is typical agencies or anyone who wants a white label solution to help out small businesses everywhere, especially in these times, to get up and running and sell online. So For these specific types of users, agencies, we have prepared 3 different plans. The standard Super Bowl plan is 590 euro. It has 10 client seats, so you can have 10 different businesses running the Plug and Paid software, which you heard about earlier. And you get also 10 teammates to help out. You can assign the teammates to the different sub-accounts however you see fit and give them permissions. You have unlimited leads. You have 5,000 monthly transactions as a pool. So all of your client seats together will count towards this quota. And you also have a total of 100 gigabyte storage and 50 gigabyte monthly data transfer. So again, these are pooled across all of the clients. We don't count it separately for client. Well, we do, but we don't price it that way. You have access to that information in the administration panel, where when you click on a client, you see the sheet with information about that client, and there's a table in there with the usage. So you can see this month, this client, how many transactions they made, how many storage they took, and so on and so forth. All right. So again, with the overage fees, when you go above the quota, there's an overage fee, and you can see it on the landing page. I'm not going to go into that right now. You can, of course, you can also grab extra lifetime clients after the fact. So after you grab your coupon, claim it, later if you decide, okay, I want 10 more client accounts, you can go inside Plug and Paid in your account in the quota section, and you can purchase 10 more client accounts. I think it's priced at 390 euro right now, the 10 client pack. Okay, we also have on sale a better deal, which is Super Bowls Plus. Super Bowl Plus has everything as the previous Super Bowl, but it also has the marketing automation unlocked, which that one doesn't have, and it's unlocked for all of your clients, as well as Twilio. And you get 30 client seats, you get 15 teammates, unlimited leads, 20,000 monthly transactions, unlimited automation triggers, 500 gigabytes of storage, and 100 gigabytes of data transfer. And then for the bigger agencies that need 50 client seats, we also made a bundle for that, and it's priced at $12.90, and it includes basically everything is unlocked, and it has 50 clients, 25 teammates, unlimited leads, 50,000 transactions, unlimited automation triggers, 500 gigabytes of storage, and 100 gigabytes of data transfer. So these are offering for our agencies. We really love working with agencies, and that's why we built this separate product. It's even on a separate domain. It's called getsuperbowls.com. You can go there and check out the details of what the features are. You can also start a 7-day trial. Just play around with it, even if you purchase or not. And if you decide it's something for you, then you can just grab a coupon and claim it in your trial account. By the way, this is a very frequently asked question. So where do I claim my coupon? You create a trial account. If it's Plug and Paid, on plugandpay.com. If it's Super Bowls, on getsuperbowls.com. And then you can claim your code inside there in the settings section, in the plans and quotas. Super Bowl users, both new and existing, also have the option to buy a transaction pack, which gives them 1,000 transactions, additional transactions to their pool, and it's priced at 149 euro. You can find all these informations on the landing page for the deal. And we also have bulk discounts. And this is a policy. So if I bored you until now, guys, please pay attention now. This is the policy that I think you never see in other lifetime deals. And our policy is you can buy these codes now in bulk. If you want to resell them later, the redemption period never expires. You can resell them 10 years from now when Plug and Paid is maybe at a different stage, like up there with Shopify, and you can price them at whatever pricing you want, and your clients will be able to claim them with Plug and Paid. So this is a really, we thought a lot about this, and this is a way that we can encourage you to get more codes in bulk. even if it is to resell or give it away as presents or whatever you want to do with the bulk. If you buy 3 or more of anything, you get 15% discount. If you buy 5 or more of anything, you get 25% discount. All right. That was long. Bruce, help me out here. What did I miss?
Honestly, I don't think you really missed anything. I mean, you covered the big one that if you buy agencies, you can buy accounts later on in the future. We do have some questions. I'll get to that, and maybe it'll jog my memory a little bit more, but let me jump into some of the questions. So the first one, and thank you very much. We don't know what your name is because you haven't given StreamYard permission. So please, Mr. John Doe or Mrs. John Doe, please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. They're asking for webhooks.
Webhooks. We do have webhooks for almost all of the events that fire inside Plug and Paid. We expose them as webhooks as well. A lot of startups even created integrations based on our webhooks, like Integrately, Pabbly Connect, and many others, Acadle. And so, yes, we do have webhooks. They're not available for Lightning Lite, so be careful with the Lightning Lite plan. It doesn't have webhooks or API. We do have webhooks and APIs. The APIs are not mature, like we have only a few endpoints that are some of our users needed. If you need more API endpoints, make a request to our support desk, and we'll make sure to bring them live as soon as possible, usually in the matter of days or weeks.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's the next question?
All right, jumping on. Will Lightning Plus, let me bring that plan up real quick so that way people are familiar. Will Lightning Plus work for multiple small businesses you own as sub-accounts, or do you need SuperBolts? Good question. You guys can see here there's no mention of client-based brand or sub-accounts here.
Yeah.
This is meant to be used as like a solopreneur or team-based, not multi-business accounts. They do that specifically. So Lightning is, again, for individuals and for teams. And if we move on down to agency accounts, you can see here these are called clients. That's basically referring to sub-accounts. In other words, you can have Nike as one sub-account, Harley Davidson as another sub-account, and then the Got Milk Company as another sub-account. Think of those as clients, right? Each client is its own separate brand that you would be assisting. So to answer your question, Lightning Plus will not work. It's just a large team account. You would need something like SuperBolts. So it would be $100 difference, but you get 10 clients that you would manage instead of only just one. So just keep that in mind.
May I also add a suggestion? If for some users it makes sense, for example, to grab 2 Lightning accounts, right, at $99 each, because you have 2 businesses, don't worry, you'll be able to link them into a single login. So you create a trial account, you claim your first coupon, then you go in the sidebar to sub-accounts. Even if it's not an agency account, it does support sub-accounts, which start out as trials. So you can create a new sub-account, which is a trial, and you claim the second coupon on that sub-account, and then you can switch between them with our bottom right widget without having to relog in. So there's also that option for multi-business people. If you have just a couple of businesses, this might be better for you. If you have 3 or more, maybe the SuperBolts is even better.
There you go. Thank you very much for that. Okay, moving on down to the next question. Can SuperBolts accounts get marketing automation as well? Good question. You'll see here that on SuperBolts Plus and SuperBolts Plus, they are already included. On SuperBolts at the $590, that is the one thing that is not included. Hence, the also difference in cost as well, besides clients and besides teammates.
He's asking about the old SuperBolt.
Oh, got it. Good question. So go ahead.
All SuperBolts accounts, meaning the ones from back in AppSumo days, can grab the marketing automation as well. You just go to your client sheet, then you have an option purchase for this client. So you can unlock for each individual client a marketing automation module that way. Twilio works the same way.
There you go. So were people able to do, so let's address this for people who wanted to get Twilio for their sub accounts. How would they do that?
It's the same principle. You go into your Superbolt app, you click on the Clients tab, and then you identify your client. And for that client, you can unlock Twilio. There's an option on the three dots menu, unlock Twilio or email automation or marketing automation. And yeah, we'll just pull up a sheet with the cost, and then you can purchase from there.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much.
By the way, you can also add add-ons to your clients. So when you're managing your clients, let's say you might want to have I don't know, 3% transaction fee, right? So that you also earn money when your merchants earn money. So if you want to do that, and most people want to do that, then you want to enable some add-on for their account, like email automation, then we suggest that you also add it as an add-on to their billing plan, because you can do that with Superbolts. You can go create add-on, let's say €5 a month, just so that they can benefit from the email automation feature. So you can sell it that way. And also, I'm not sure exactly when, but sometime in 2021, you'll be able to map our different plugins and add-ons to the different plans that you offer to your clients. So you can make different types of billing plans that include this add-on or don't include that other add-on. And same goes for permissions. Maybe you create a billing plan where you're not allowed to, I don't know, create custom invoices or things like that. So we're going to have this flexibility later on. But for now, it's like a manual process. When you give them something, you go add-on, and you just put an extra fee on his billing account. Yeah.
There you go. Hope that answers some of your questions, guys. I'm going to put on a guest link also for those of you who are interested in joining us. So let me put that up on screen. You'll see that down below. Okay, moving on down to the next question. Let's see. Gareth, thanks for joining us, brother. Cart customization via CSS.
That question has two answers, and both are true. So one of the answers is usually people use Plug and Pay like with embed buttons or widgets on their existing websites. So if you do that, then you can manipulate the CSS of the cart from your own existing website. You put it into your own CSS, embed a plugin on it, and the CSS will affect the cart. If you're using hosted pages from Plug and Pay, so you're not embedding anything in your site, then you don't have access to that page's code. Yes, in that case, it would make sense to do that. However, because we also want, and it's very important for us, that Plug and Pay is very easy to use, so that all these Superbolt accounts go to small businesses that maybe are not tech savvy, they have no idea how to work the computer. So you need to help these guys. And for that, we're gonna create some new templates for the hosted page that they can very easily clicky, and make it look really nice and customize it that way. And if you want to customize the colors with our color picker, the same way we did it with the checkout right now. So you can customize the color and look and feel of the checkout itself, yes, but there's some things you cannot change, like the font and things like that. So we're going to bring that later on with more templates and with more options.
Perfect. Gareth, thank you very much for the question. Moving on down to the next one. Jaheen, and I'll bring you on also after we answer your question too. So new to e-commerce and shopping carts, why not use WooCommerce default cart? I'll bring my little 2 cents in, and I will tie this specifically back to our pricing grid. So 2 things. One, marketing automations, if you guys want to use WooCommerce, a lot of times, if you want those specific automations, you have to pay for a lot of those individual WooCommerce plugins. So that's number one. Number 2, when it comes to leads, one thing I mentioned on previous webinars is that you'll be able to build up your CRM, which again, that would require another,
Bruce is having apparently a connection issue, but he'll be back soon. Stay with us, guys.
WooCommerce plugin, or you could just work. I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so the other part is for unlimited leads. you guys can have a way of capturing leads, which we'll do through, like, you could have like an ebook or maybe an audio file. The point is you can capture leads to build up your plug and paid CRM, right? That's why we have leads listed here on all plans, because we'll be having like pop-ups. That way, when you guys have new products later on, you can follow up and promote new products or new services to the existing users in your CRM. So now you can start understanding, okay, there's some advanced features that you wouldn't normally find in just a basic like WooCommerce setup. And I'll say the last one is probably the most important, is we have affiliates that we're also making accessible. So that way, if you in the future have, let's say, again, a product that you're launching or a service that you want to sell, you can submit that to a public marketplace. WooCommerce doesn't have any type of public marketplace, but you also want people to help you sell that product. Well, same thing. WooCommerce doesn't have like a public affiliate network. That's something that, you know, part of these, part of the capability of Plug and Pay compared to WooCommerce is that you'll be able to have affiliates, you know, be able to help out your software launch or your you know, your service that you do, like taxes or something. You'll be able to tell your friends, hey, refer my tax service, and then you'll be able to get a referral fee. That's kind of what we're doing. Yeah.
Yep. And I also would like to add two things to that from my experience.
Sure.
So one is, okay, with WooCommerce, you would need WordPress, you would need to know how to install these add-ons and to configure. Believe me, WordPress is no easy thing to manage, even for technical people like myself. It's a huge headache. You know, a lot of options and buttons to click and save and check the preview and things like that. It's not easy. It's not for your average Joe. It's for people that know tech, basically. So it's a smaller market.
Yeah,
and also the other thing is,
if you don't mind updating the plugins.
Yeah, and the other thing is, my argument is every single WooCommerce store I ever visited took longer than 5 seconds to load any page. Like, it's extremely slow, excruciating. Some people are really sick of that alone.
True. So, Jaheen, I hope that answers your question. We'll still have you come on. We'll still have you stay on to jump on after we answer the other questions that have come in. Moving on to the next one. And Jaheen, thank you. Good question. If people only pay with PayPal, is that possible for the Plug and Pay purchase?
If you're referring, if you can sell with PayPal as a merchant and your customers buying from you with PayPal, yes, they can. We have both PayPal merchant and PayPal for individuals available. If you're wondering if you can purchase the deal with PayPal, then no, the answer is no. We only take credit cards.
There you go. Gareth says he's half naked and can't join us online. That's thanks. You know, we don't want to go blind, so appreciate the warning. Thank you. Okay, Mr. John Doe, I make tutorials. There are many questions about CurioBot and Plug and Pay, and I want to use the webhooks for CurioBot. Can you sell the products through the bot with webhooks? Excellent question.
I think the question is better suited if you ask the CurioBot guys. We had a discussion early on back in the day in 2019 about how to integrate. I'm sorry, but I haven't followed up to see how that worked out and if they were able to do it. But I would just say that I think 90% sure you can use it with CurioBot. Just check with them. It's safest. The technical thing back then was that they were using only iframes when embedding HTML, and Plug and Pay doesn't work in an iframe because Stripe API, domains, and like a technical thing. So if they support custom HTML outside of iframes, then yes, you can use it for CurioBot. Otherwise, you can just use the link. Like with Plug and Pay, you get a link to a hosted page for the checkout. Use that link, put it in your bot, and you don't need any integration. And both we and CurioBot have webhooks, so you can tie your things to that.
So there you go. Thank you very much. Good question. Please, guys, so that way we can give you a shout out by name, because it just says Facebook user and it doesn't actually have the avatar picture of the profile. If you don't mind going to StreamYard.com/Facebook, that gives StreamYard permission for us to see your profile and for us to give you a shout out by name. So thank you very much for the question. Next one, please provide more forum elements in floating cart like Gumroad have. Let's talk about that because I mentioned that like on 1 or 2 previous webinars with you.
Yes, totally. Yes, I agree. I'm also on your side on this, and I'm trying to speed things up to make it happen as soon as possible. The floating cart, it might even go live before end of this year. So keep your fingers crossed. So we're gonna have basically the floating cart is gonna offer an embed widget, which will list your products like in cards, and you can embed that on your website. And when you add to cart, you have a floating icon in the bottom right, which increases the quantity. And then when you click that icon, it will open the current checkout that we have right now with the products pre-filled in the cart and things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited about this feature. I really hope we can make it by end of this year. And more form elements. We're going to have more types of plugs. We call them plugs because you plug them into your website and everywhere. So we're going to have more types of plugs coming in the future. And yeah, the floating cart is a really great idea. We will totally do that for sure. And also in 2021, we're going to rethink a bit the cart and try to also maybe innovate something, but while also keeping the expectations of people the way they would like a cart to look and feel like. So we're going to come up with a big redesign and bring in more templates and more options in 2021. And the floating cart should be affected by that as well. So maybe more templates for that as well. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a main direction for us in 2021. That and the payment gateways, adding more and more payment gateways.
Thank you very much, user. Again, please give StreamYard permission so that way we can give you a shout out and a hello. Thank you for joining us today. Gareth, yep, I know. California Wi-Fi. Quick joke. Gareth and I have an inside jabs that if I'm talking to him on a call and the internet goes out, I always say, "Oh, it's always that Malta internet," and he says the same thing about mine too. So there you go. That's just giving you guys some backstory, inside jokes between two guys.
Yeah, just go online and compare Romanian internet with both Malta and California and weep.
Gareth says cart templates for different services or industries. In other words, are you looking for offerings or are you looking to modify existing ones so you could say this template that I built is for this industry and then this template that I built is for this industry? Are you looking for them pre-made or do you want to edit existing ones so that way you can have them custom tailored towards industry? Please let me know what your preference is on that one.
Yeah, give us more feedback on that. For sure, we're gonna take a route which is about both ways. So we're gonna both offer some templates ready to use. You just change a few things and customization, so you can change more things and make it more unique. The level of customizations, I'm not sure yet how far it will go. It depends on the community and the kinds of features that they ask, basically. Our default is make it extremely easy to use for anyone, for grandma. So that's how we're building the software. If you need more customizations and things like that, just ask our existing users. We almost all the time deliver whatever you request as a feature, unless it's something that takes 3 months and we need to kind of plan ahead on that.
There you go. So Gareth, he's looking for pre-made templates to be edited. There you go. I can see the value in that, especially if you have templates that cover a wide variety of niches, right? So here's 20 niches of templates. That kind of makes sense. I can see that.
About this, before Plug and Paid, we kind of started on a different startup, which was for creating landing pages. And that concept, what annoyed me the most with the competition in this space was that everyone has like a blank thing that you start with, and then you have to drag their little widget in there, and it's like a complete waste of time. It takes millions of ages to get anything done. Sure, some of them have brought some templates, which is great. So I acknowledge that. In the meanwhile, more and more templates started coming in. But I think the approach should be, ask me some things, let me pick some colors, let me upload some images, give you a bit of information, and just build something awesome for me. Just don't ask me to start from scratch. Nobody wants to do that.
Yep, true. Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and jump on down to the next one.
Jaheen, hang in there.
Can Plug and Pay be used instead of WooCommerce? I will say yes. And I could reference back to, and I'll highlight something else. We did talk earlier about automations too. So that's something that you guys want to keep in mind. Marketing automations, I'll give you a perfect example of that. Let's say you have a client who is doing some shopping and then they left some items in the cart, right? Well, guess what? Now you'll be able to do things like drip sequences based on cart abandonment. So after maybe an hour that they're not active on their shopping cart, you can send them an email and say, hey, FYI, you left some items in your shopping cart. Do you want to click here to go back to your shopping cart? Number one. Number two, some things like, hey, if they didn't open the email, you could do a follow-up drip sequence, let's say via SMS. Because you captured their lead information also from the shopping cart widget, and you said, hey, do you want to, because you hooked up your Twilio account with your API key, and you can send them an automated text and says, hey, you forgot something on your shopping cart. So whether it be email or text, there's automations that you can do as like drip-based follow-ups, and that would be a perfect example of a marketing automation. So when you say, can use Plug and Pay be used instead of WooCommerce, we believe so. I mean, that's kind of the direction that we're going towards. And then part of next year is also including the landing pages, which we just had that discussion yesterday briefly about using landing pages instead of WordPress, because again, not just speed, but it could also lead to some glitch issues or some security issues as well.
I also have a bit of philosophy around this topic, which is with WooCommerce, you get also a front end, the shop itself grouped by categories and search and things like that, which you don't have with Plug and Pay at the moment. And in order to solve this problem, we'd like to stay away of duplicating what WooCommerce did. We would like to give you more flexibility. So how can we give you more flexibility is by creating the floating cart. For example, you create 4 different pages for different groups of products. Each of the page has a floating cart inside with a selection of products in that category. It still requires some manual work for your website, so you need to create a new page in your website builder. We're trying to keep generic and allow anyone with any website builder to use Plug and Pay, including WordPress. With WordPress, you create a new page. It's about that set of products. You embed this floating embeddable widget. And that's it, right? We'd rather give you more flexibility, even if it means a little bit more work, than just creating some WordPress add-on or offering a storefront that looks the same for everybody. It's not that great. We do have the checkout pages, the standalone checkout pages for quick, marketing things. You don't have time to build a website. Just create a checkout page, run it in some campaign, and that's it. Just write some copy in your ad. And for that, yes, we do have the hosted pages, and we will have some templates as well for later. But these templates should not be regarded like a storefront. They should be regarded like templates for the hosted page, where you can very quickly set up a deal, right? Such as our lifetime deal, for example.
I'm having some messages that have come up. Guys, if you want, I'll create a separate Facebook room with you inside the LTD Early Adopters group. That way we can ask some personalized questions, and we can do it like in a group setting that's not like an official webinar. So I'll do that too to a lot of you. Just let me know what times in the group make sense for the most of us. So that way I can answer all of your questions also. Okay, so we just got a flurry of questions, so I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Okay, I will make a tutorial for you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. Please contact us please contact me or in Facebook chat support for Plug and Pay. Moving on down to the next one. Is there a split payment option for the Superbolt Plus LTD offering? good question. Emmy, I'll let you into that one.
Yes, both Superbolt Plus and Superbolt Plus Plus have an installment option at the end. After you enter your billing details, you're going to be able to choose between one payment or 3 payments or 4 payments or 6 payments.
6 payments.
6 payments. Maybe you want to grab 5 Superbolt Plus Plus accounts. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That makes kind of sense. Now, what happens if they get 5?
They get a 25% discount.
So okay. So then, all right, question. So does that mean that they can stack 5 Superbolts plus accounts?
Yes, you can stack them, not automatically. You have to ask our support team for that. But if you want to stack multiple Superbolts plus accounts on top of each other, we will be able to help you with that manually in our backend. We just change.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting interesting. So now people are going to ask, well, can you stack also the Superbolt plus and the regular Superbolt plan?
Let me pull up that information for you, because
sure thing, because you know that's going to come up, and I'd rather address it on the webinar because people are going to be asking that, right?
Yeah.
But let me put that also. I'm going to give you guys something so you can screenshot, right? Attention. Buying 5 Superbolts.
So you can only stack Superbolt Plus and Superbolts Plus. The normal Superbolt, you cannot stack it.
Okay.
So, and again, it's a manual process. You have to ask our support team to do it. You give us your coupons. You claim one of them on one account, and you give us the rest of the coupons, and we're going to apply them on the same account.
I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can take a screenshot of that.
Also, if anyone wants like to buy a unique type of card, like I want to grab, 5 Lightning Pluses and 2 Superbolt Plus, and I want to pay in multiple installments or something like that, just ask us over chat or support, and we're going to give you a unique link to a hosted page where you can do that. This is because, for example, the Lightning plugs on our landing page don't have the installment option.
There you go. Hope that answers your question. Eric, I see you, and Jaheen, I'll get to you guys as soon as we get some more questions. But there you go, guys. Take a screenshot of that. Buying 5 Superbolts Plus or Plus accounts gets you a bulk discount of 25. Just ask support to stack and merge your accounts. There you go. Screenshot that. That'll be interesting. Some people are going to go crazy on that. Just right there. Some of those group buy groups are just going to jump on that right now. You can just totally tell. They're going to be like, what?
Right.
Anyways.
All right. I was posing for the screenshot,
All right. I'm moving on down to the next question here. And then we'll take the callers because we're just getting too many questions, and I don't want the callers to wait too long. Moving on down to the next one. Huge fans of Brizy Cloud. I found Plug and Pay when I was looking for a viable cart option for that. Really excited to finally get everything set up with it. Thanks, Emmy. Benjamin, nice. Thank you. Glad to have you with us. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, we also like Brizy.
Love it. Saini Nadong asks, do you have any offers for old LTD holders to upgrade to higher plans?
So
it's
about that,
it's kind of like the but wait, there's more moment. Kind of like the old American infomercials. Yeah.
This question was bound to happen. It's been 52 minutes since, or maybe 45 minutes since we started the webinar. So the answer for your question is one. You can already beef up your account inside a Plug and Pay. If you go to plans and quotas. In your Lightning account, you will see some upgrades there. If you go into plans and quotas into your Superbolts app, you will see some other upgrades for your Superbolts account in there, including new clients and things like that. And we're also lining up a special deal for you guys for Black Friday, which is less than or a bit more than 2 weeks from now. So I don't have any public details on that yet, but we're preparing something special for AppSumo supporters from back then, and we're gonna let you guys know in our private little group and over email of the goodies that you can get on Black Friday. But it's unrelated to this deal. This lifetime deal that we're doing right now is for new accounts.
There you go. Moving on down to the next one.
By the way,
yeah,
maybe you can help us prepare some nice deal for you guys. If you have something in mind, feel free to recommend over help desk with a support ticket or in chat. Let us know. I would like you on Black Friday to have this, and we're gonna think about it and maybe even do it.
There you go. So thank you for that. Jumping on to the next one. Need option for recurring invoices. I can see the value in that big time, big time.
Yes, this is also an important thing on our agenda as well. So in 2021, hopefully even Q1, we will be adding the recurring invoices because it's something that it has to be done. It just has to be done. It solves forever the problem with you don't have PayPal subscriptions or you don't have I don't know, Razorpay subscriptions or things like that. Because the moment you can create recurring invoices, it's just like a subscription. The only difference is the customer will receive the invoice every month, and they have to do 2 clicks in order to pay it, rather than happening automatically. So
totally.
I agree. We really need this, and it's on our roadmap. I don't know a time frame yet, but I would like to do it in Q1.
Totally agree. I'm going to say that's also going to be necessary for a lot of us who, a lot of us buy LTDs. It would be great if we had that recurring invoice option for a lot of the customers that we're having as part of like the rental services for, the software that we purchase, that we can send them recurring invoices. So yeah, that would be great to have.
Yeah, I agree.
Appreciate that. Good comment. All right, so this one's a 2 comment slapped in together. Hello bar type widget, so kind of like a header banner bar, and pop-up widget type. And yes, I think he's referring to the shopping cart instead of just having a chat widget, because the chat widget may overlap with the chat. So I totally get that. But having a pop-up widget or having a hello bar widget both make sense in terms of coming up with different dynamics or different formats in terms of how you want a shopping cart displayed. Only again because that real estate in the bottom, and sorry guys, on my side it's the right hand side. So for you it'd be like this on the right hand side of a desktop, or when you're looking at a web page, that's very contested area. Everyone wants to use that for like Beamer notifications or help shelf widget or a chat widget.
I'm thinking we can give them an option either to show it, here, or show it here, or just embed it anywhere. So like a 3 option, right? And if you have embedded anywhere, then it's gonna be like the button right now. You have to place it wherever you want it in your page, right?
Yep.
I think that will solve most of the use cases.
True. Before we continue down, I've had the callers here waiting for a little bit, so I'm going to get to them. I don't want to wait them too long. So, guys, thanks for waiting.
Yeah,
Jaheen, if you're good, go ahead and give me the thumbs up, and we'll have you come on camera. Perfect. Thank you, brother. All right. Hey, thank you for joining us, man.
Welcome, Jaheen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I already asked my question up there, and Bruce and Amy, thank you for answering in details. I was planning to do a small drop shipping store, and my plan was to use only the e-commerce WooCommerce card. But I see that Plug and Pay can do more automations that we had to use Zapier or something like that for.
Yeah.
And leads will be loaded in my store's CRM. Is that so? But can Plug and Pay send automated, offer and cart abandonment email, stuff like that on its own, or do I have to use another tool for that?
Yeah, that's a good question. It can do that with the marketing automation pack, the add-on, which is it's a separate add-on,
Oh,
and
okay.
depending on which plan you get, you might have that or not, or you can unlock it later. It's available as an in-app purchase as well. So yeah, it can do that. Regarding dropshipping, I would love to kind of build some automations around integrating with the plug shipping with the sorry about that, with the drop shipping companies, so that you have less work regarding creating products in Plug and Paid. I'm not sure when that will happen, maybe later in 2021. But we do have an API that you can use if you want. We have an API to create products inside Plug and Paid. So you can pull them from the dropshipping API and create them in Plug and Paid if it's easier that way.
Okay. So I had AliExpress dropshipping plugin for my store. So it can pull products from AliExpress and create a product on WooCommerce. So would you be moving into that direction so it can create a
Yeah,
product page on its own, something like that?
that's the dropshipping integration I was talking about earlier.
Okay, that would be very nice.
As you probably heard earlier, we have quite a lot of things to do on our short-term roadmap, and we really want to get them done. So this feature will probably be after we introduce the new card templates. So probably in the second half of 2021.
Yeah, I understand. This is not a crucial update, but
Yeah.
having an automation done within the app itself, that would be very helpful.
Yeah,
As I
I
said, I'm
agree.
not a techie person, and taking care of different plugins, that's a headache for me. So if you
Yeah.
can have it everything in a single pack, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for the questions.
Thanks, brother. We'll talk soon. All right. Okay,
Cheers.
so we had another caller, Eric, but his camera's not working, but he just wanted me to put his comments up on screen. So he had two. So let's go ahead and address those questions now. So Eric from the Green Room said, in a previous AppSumo deal, the marketing automation included or not? Or do we need to pay 85 euros for each sub-account client?
Okay. Back when we did the AppSumo sale, there was no email automation or anything like that. We just came up with this year. So those accounts don't have it. You need to get it extra. It's 85 euro, I think, is the price for the main Plug and Paid account. If you want to unlock it for one of your clients as a Super Bolt, it's less. I think it's somewhere around 60 euro per client account. And we did have a promo which ended recently, but I might make a few exceptions if you guys send me a help desk ticket these days before Black Friday. So we had a promo which allowed you to unlock the email automation or Twilio. We had two of them for all of your clients, all of your current and future clients. So if you, I don't know, buy more clients in the future, they will also have them unlocked. So like an absolute total kind of add-on, which some people, a lot of people actually bought and unlocked. But now you have to purchase it separately for each client. If you want to grab that old deal, let us know in help desk, and I'm going to send you a purchase link with installments available as well if that helps you. But with what we would like to end this support for this all clients approach.
Totally makes sense. And I'll follow up with question number 2 from Eric in the Green Room. Eric, thank you for sticking with us. Question number 2, why was the upgrade to Super Bolts removed from our account last week? Good question.
Right.
Good question.
Because the upgrade to Super Bolts was never supposed to happen, logically speaking, because Super Bolts and Plug and Paid are two different things, two totally different things. The Super Bolt app manages some sub-accounts with some billing plans and some permissions and things like that. And Plug and Paid is something else. It's for merchants. So the moment you purchased multiple stacks on AppSumo, we couldn't say you don't get Plug and Paid. You only get your management app for, right? So we had to give you one plug and paid account and one SuperBoltz account, because back then there was no SuperBoltz. We just said, okay, you can stack 10 or you can stack 5 and you can get an agency account. But we had no idea what an agency account meant back then. We had to work and implement that, and it resulted into SuperBoltz, which is now split as a separate solution. So as a result, your accounts are now split. You have the plug and paid account, which is a Lightning lifetime account, and you have your SuperBoltz account, which has its own sub accounts and things like that. So because we did this split, there's no upgrade. If you want SuperBoltz, you go and purchase. We have it on a deal, on a lifetime deal right now. You can just go and grab it, and you can create a SuperBoltz trial and claim it there. If, I don't know, maybe you want something like an upgrade, right? Let us know on help desk, and we can maybe give you a discount in exchange for your account or some funky thing like that. We're certainly open for our early adopters. We always have our open arms with them.
Right. Yep. Totally true. Okay, we'll continue back with the normal questions. Eric and Jahan, thank you very much for sticking with us in the green room there, and apologies for getting too late. Moving on down to the next one, and this also pertains to the product hunt ship. Also, I want to buy another Plug and Paid LTD, and I was in the product hunt list, but the coupon has been disabled. Is there another way to buy with a discount?
Yes. Please send me a private message or a message on Messenger in our Facebook page, and we can take it from there.
There you go.
Just make sure you do it before tomorrow, Friday, at 8 p.m. Eastern European time.
There you go. Okay, moving on down to the next one. George says that Plug and Paid is good for existing websites which are not built on an existing e-commerce platform, such as Mikado Beef.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mikado Beef is, there are some friends of ours who went to great lengths to build a really nice website for their business. They sell beef. You know, it's not a very complex business, but their website looks incredibly well, and it has very powerful branding elements in it. So they didn't want to give that away and start from scratch with a new e-commerce thing just to be able to start selling online, right? So for them, and a lot of people like them, Plug and Paid is what we started out building this solution in the first place. Is just grab an HTML snippet, paste it on your existing website, done. And that's what they did, and they're really happy with it.
So I'm going to show them. I'm going to give them a quick shout out, and I'm going to share that real quick. Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's go ahead and show you guys an example of what some custom websites do. All right. I'm going to hide George's comment real quick. Okay. So this is the Mikado Beef website. So if you click on Shop Now, here you can see how a restaurant has applied multiple products, part of the shopping cart.
Yep, and it has their own brand colors and everything. It looks like it's part of their website.
That looks brilliant. God, that looks good. That makes me hungry right there.
Yeah, feel free to order. I'm not sure if they deliver in California.
Let's give it a shot. Let's see how much it's going to cost. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
So, George, thank you very much for that. Good example, good use case, and I appreciate that. Sarai, hey, girl. It wouldn't actually make sense to stack lower ones. You still get more, but buying the higher plans. I agree. It just makes sense buying the larger stacks, especially if you do like a volume purchase, right? That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility for Ideal or Molly, talking about payment processors or merchant processors? We use it often in Europe. Great questions.
We have enabled most of the European payment methods via Stripe. So you need a Stripe account, you attach it, and then Ideal should work as well for you alongside of Bancontact, Multibanco, FPX, and a lot more others that I don't remember right now. So just unlocking Stripe will allow you to add all these payment methods there, Alipay and whatnot. And Molly, we have a signed contract with them, and we're gonna integrate them possibly in January.
There you go. Look for January. If not, I'm just kidding.
If you need Molly, I mean, Ideal is already available.
There you go. Okay, next one. So Justin, I was just on a webinar with him just the other day. There we go, Justin. Where you're getting the chin view right now. Right? How about that? There you go. I have a hard time understanding the intention of all of these variations. I have an original 10 stack and don't know where my count stacks up. Totally understand. Where can I find the clearest explanation for the use cases and differences between all these tiers? The webinars. I mean, that's perfect to discuss like different use cases, right? So that's number one. Number two, you can see the specific details of your tier also in the back end of your account where it shows like limits and quotas. So you understand there, great, do my accounts have Twilio to give to my clients? If you have the 10 stack from AppSumo, keep in mind you already have 100 sub-accounts. At the time when we had listed unlimited transactions, that was also referring to having 3,000 transaction limits per sub-account, so that's something else to keep in mind. Also, you had 20 teammates, so you don't have to do all the work manually yourself. You can have virtual assistants take on, let's say, 5 clients. That I kind of had that in mind talking with Emmy for the people who did that significant investment. And it was the first 10 stack of AppSumo. It blew everybody's mind, but it was a huge success. Great for being part of that first 10 stack buyer ever. We were trying to make it so you can build a company off of the 10 stack. So the idea was you would have teammates and virtual assistants not only to help you, but also to help out your 100 sub-account clients as well. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a base idea. And yeah, the more that you see people talking about, use cases for agency accounts, that's what we're going to be discussing here in webinars and inside the groups. Mikado Beef was another perfect example. Yeah.
Justin, I also have something to say, but can you hide the comment? It's like, please. What I wanted to say is, by getting the 10 stack in AppSumo, you have a huge account right now. Many will envy your account. So you don't need to worry about what upgrades you should take. This is not. This is a deal for new users, and it's not really for you. If you want to beef it up with some extra things, just open your SuperBolts app, go plans and quotas, go client add-ons, and see what's missing from there or what you can purchase. Or, we always consider all these agencies as like starter packs. They have you guys have these lifetime starter packs for agencies, but at some point you're gonna grow, and when you want to grow, just let us know. It has a rhyme as well. So we want to help you. We will do any kind of special plan just for you. So don't worry about these upgrades and things like that. Just if you want to grow, let us know what you need. We're gonna give you something custom.
I'm gonna put that up on the screen.
I want to upgrade for a one-time payment. I want to pay a recurring. We have some people who asked that they want to pay for recurring €5 a month for extra client accounts. AppSumo guys have this benefit if they go over the quota. The new users don't have this. The new users have to purchase the lifetime client slots. So just let us know what you need.
So Justin, hope that helps, and looking forward to having you on an upcoming webinar too. I love talking to Justin. Justin, also, I know we were going to talk a few weeks ago. You can also feel free to hop on our webinars too if you want to do that as well. But yeah, we'll set up a call too. Okay, Alaudin, let's go ahead and give a special shout out to Alaudin Ahmed. He has his own SaaS called Marybook, and he just this past week was doing some videos and some pictures, some demos that he was showing how he did a integration with Plug and Paid inside Marybook. So we'd like to have you on a future upcoming webinar so we can show that and maybe help you out with some extra sales there as well too. But he is asking for scheduled invoices, and I totally agree on that.
So here we go. Alaudin, we added you on our landing page as well, on our homepage. It's about the integrations page. If you go up here, features, integrations, then you're going to see details about Marybook and our integration with them, and watch the tutorial. So check it out. It's a really good platform. But what was the question?
Oh, yeah, he's looking for scheduled invoices.
Okay, right. It's coming soon, buddy. I'm not sure when, but it's coming soon. We really want this as well.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Aladdin. Okay, Gareth is asking for a public roadmap link. I totally agree. We've had that discussion. I think it also kind of makes sense that we make it something like maybe votable. This time it's a public version of what we used to have before on the back-end dashboard. I know that Emmy and the guys were talking about it. Emmy, have you guys come to a resolution or any thoughts about having a publicly votable, maybe roadmap discussion service?
We are looking for a good solution for that, either a third party or showing something custom in Plug and Paid. We just haven't gotten around to that yet. We will make our roadmap public at some point. Maybe not the whole roadmap, but like the major points, and especially the points that you guys care about most. So we're gonna find a solution for that. No, don't worry about it. We have it internally. It changes a lot of the times, and some feature. For example, there are some features like Razorpay, for example, which were scheduled for later, like December, January. But we got into that part of code by chance by fixing a bug, and somehow, we got the urge to start coding something about Razorpay there. So we just made Razorpay happen because, it felt good karma-wise in our code. So we really appreciate this freedom to do these kind of things. If, of course, some things like this happen backwards. They're planned for October, but they're delivered in November or December. So without this flexibility, it's really difficult to keep everything in sync with everyone without disappointing people and getting them frustrated. So that's why we're looking for a solution which works best for everyone. It should give you transparency into what we're doing while letting us have the flexibility on what's urgent right now. So kind of it's a balance between these two. That's why we removed it before and we don't have it now. But ask me about anything and I will tell you what it is on the roadmap.
There you go. I hope that helps. We'll try to come up with a solution. I know that's something that the community has been talking about and I've been talking about as well. So
we're not going to try. We're going to succeed coming up with a solution.
There you go.
It's a matter of time. December, January, we're going to have something around for this.
Okay. There we go. Appreciate that, Gareth. Sarai, I like the pop-up widget idea. I do too. And to be honest, there's something I'd like to see if I go down that route that I haven't seen before. And I'd like to see a pop-up widget that's based on the central section or the central location of a website. Normally, 99% of the time, you see them on the right, you see them on the left, but you don't see them in the center of a screen, right? So as you're scrolling, it would be great if you had like a little circular chat widget or pop-up widget regarding to the Plug and Paid shopping cart that would go 1, 2, 3 if you start buying more items on a checkout page, but you obviously have the right left for chat support. Great. So it would be awesome if there was like either a pop-up chat widget, or I don't know, Sarai, are you talking like a pop-up modal, like a window that pops up over the screen? Please let me know what type of widget you're thinking about also. There she is. Speak of the little devil. Sarai, do you want to come on camera? Give me a thumbs up. All right, here she is. Hey, can you hear us?
Sarai, welcome. We cannot hear you. No, check the microphone.
Yep. We're talking about your pop-up widget idea. So I was asking, and I'll give you a few seconds to set up your mic. I was asking you
what about
if
now?
you were
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were wondering if that pop-up widget you're referring to, is it like a circular, like little chat widget that you're thinking of? Or are you talking like a pop-up widget that's like a window or a box that pops up over a website?
I was thinking the pop-up window. The window,
got it, like a box.
the second one that you just said.
Yeah, like a modal box.
I'm seeing when you embed a lot of things. I haven't tried to embed anything on plug and pay sales pages yet, but I just know from seeing other apps that, like you said, everything is always fighting for that little corner spot. And sometimes it even covers things that they still need to do within the. I'm not saying I know that about plug and pay. I haven't tried it, but I'm just, I wanted to do a screen share to show you guys, to show everybody another example of the full cart, a client, a website that I did for a client.
Sure. Well, we'll buy you a few seconds to go ahead and do the screen share. You may have to download a Chrome extension if you do that, but go ahead. We'll give you a few seconds. Emmy, the other thing I was thinking up in terms of a pop-up widget is one that slides out from the right-hand side, kind of like a Beamer changelog, but it would have like a, you know how like on UserBack, it'll say right on the side, it'll say feedback, right? But if you click on that little rectangular button, you can have it as a slide bar that pops up, so you have nothing but a list of items. I've seen that done by once before. I don't remember the name of the company, but I'm thinking that wouldn't be a bad idea. Is instead of having the widget be like a little window widget, it could be like a bar widget that pulls out. Sorry, that's your left hand. So it'll pop out like this, and you'll have the items that you clicked on a website, like multiple products that you want to purchase.
Yeah, I guess that's one idea. That's for when the templates come, because that will require a different cart template, right? Right now, the cart template opens a model which is in the middle of the screen. Right. So what we're doing is an intermediary widget which allows you to add to cart without opening this model, but it just increments a number on an icon, on a shopping cart icon, which you place somewhere on your screen. And when you click that icon, it can be in the right side, like you said. You click it, and it will open this model. And in the future, when we add more templates, the model might be, a sheet that comes from the side,
right?
Or it might be something else.
Yep. So right, I see that your screen share is good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and share the go to the other screen, and we'll go and put it up.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So this is a website for my client, Unleash Lips by Kelly. Are we sharing?
Yep, we are.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my other screen and I didn't see it. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to show you, people were asking about what you can do. As far as it's not a full flowing cart, like you said, but it's still things that you could do. So right here, I have on her website, shop the pretty quick cart link. And what this does, I'm gonna go down here first. First, we have all of these individual products. And these will of course go to the individual sales cart.
By the way, you can use buttons for that, so it opens in the same page.
Oh, that would be good to know.
Yes, open your plug, go to the channels tab, and create a new channel. And that's how you get the embed code for the button.
Okay. So then right here, this just has the one product link, of course.
Yeah. But
on the pretty cart, on the quick cart link, I have this where all of her products are showing up. Yeah. I actually probably prefer for this one to open in a different window, but the other ones, I would like that to open in the same window. So thanks for that tip.
So right, you did all that?
Mm-hmm.
That's
really nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Sexy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. And then I have some upsells on some of these.
Let me see. Let me see some of the upsells.
Let me see which one.
Dang, girl. I don't know why you've been holding out. Why didn't you put this in the groups to show this off?
Well, I was trying to wait for her to test it and start using it. But this is the thing. This goes back to where I was asking you guys about the because if you can see on here, we have instructions, which most of her clients is not reading. We already assessed that. But they still want to use Cash App. So we have the option for them to select in the cart the cash on delivery, and that's the part where I was asking you, well, maybe if we can customize that option, so that we'll be able to call it something else. But she's trying to get her customers to to use the PayPal option and then connect the Stripe option as well. But I don't know. They feel more comfortable doing what they're doing. And some people have money inside of Cash App. So that's just how she's collecting it.
Yeah, I think
I want one more question before I forget. I mean, one more thing I wanted to tell you. The only thing that's happening right now for me with this multi-cart link is when we share the link, it's choosing to share the thumbnail of the very first item. And so it kind of makes it seem like that's the only item being sold in that multi-cart. So I wanted to know for the multi-cart, when we build stuff like this, could we have the option to put a different thumbnail in there that doesn't necessarily go to any of the products, so we can let them know that it's a multi-cart? Or could we at least choose which product we want to be displayed on the thumbnail link?
Right, or you use a generic thumbnail and just say welcome, and it's not associated to a product. And
yeah, that would actually be better. But right now we can't do that either, because right now it's choosing. Yeah, and it also chooses the words from the first.
Emmy, I saw you write that down. I saw you write that down right now.
Yeah,
so right, it makes total sense. You know, welcome, choose a product. You know, that would be your thumbnail essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So right now it's choosing whatever first product that you're putting in there.
It totally makes sense. 100%. I totally agree with you.
Because she was going to start sharing that link sometime instead of sharing her whole, website, and we wasn't doing that because it confuses them and make them appear that it's only, for that one product.
They think that product is in their shopping cart ready to make a purchase. There's that confusion. I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it's awesome.
Yeah, and plus, girl, the work that you've done in this looks hot. I'm just telling you. Share this in the groups, please, once we're done.
I will. And I'll do a full screen share so I can show you the upsells and different things like that I created.
Well, can you show me one of the upsells now, if it's able to come up?
I'm trying to okay, let me try this.
Because I know Martech has asked a lot about that before in the past.
So the upsell come up after you do the billing?
Or does that happen in the trend?
Yeah, it's after the billing. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody steal her info. Just take a screenshot.
Write some random number.
Fake number.
For some reason, my test or my email that I would always submit for testing was literally, I don't know why, test@AOL.com. I've used that thousands of times. I don't know why. That's just what I did.
You can just type test. That's it.
You see, I got my address 345. Lucky if you know it.
There you go. There you go.
Keep Alabama.
Yep.
I still don't see the up. I know I had the upsell on one of these cotton candies. Maybe it only works if you only have one product.
No. You added it on a different plug, on the one for the single product, maybe.
Oh, okay. You have to add it again. Okay.
It's on a plug level.
Okay. Well, let me go to one where I know that there's a up right quick to show you guys.
Yeah.
Jaheen, hey, Soraya's here. Bring out the plus agency.
Right. Tell him I'm gonna bring out the whip for him.
Okay, so there's this. Okay, so guys, just so a lot of you know, the running gag is, a lot of you guys know I love agency products. I love brandable products. There it is. Let's put that up.
Yeah.
There you go. That's clean. This is clean, girl. I totally love this.
So then, you guys, when they have the upsell, they can choose to add a couple of those to the cart, or you can skip it, and then it goes to the billing information.
Yeah.
So you said, Emmy, I have to add those to the multi-cart as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you choose show the upsell in the last step, it will show it as an order bump, like with the dotted, just play around with it.
And back to your inside joke that you were saying, because I interrupted you.
No worries, and then I'll let you go. Jaheen, and a lot of you guys know I love brandable products. I come from the IT world and the development world that has rebrandable services, right? So that way you can protect your leads when it comes to your client relationships. So it's funny that we have it's funny that we have SuperBolts, we have SuperBolts Plus and SuperBolts Plus, but now that Sarai, now that you're here, Jaheen's like, Bruce, roll out the new plan, the plus plan. And I was like, oh, that was hilarious. Jaheen, it's $5,000. Not just kidding. I'm just saying that would be hilarious if I had something planned up like that. I should have thought about that, but I didn't. Anyways, I thought that was funny. Anyways, thanks, Jaheen, for the laugh. Sarai, thank you very much for that use case. That was hot. Put that in the groups. Distribute that everywhere. Put it in Martech. Put it in Tracy LTDF. Just make sure you break up the link. Put it inside the Plug and Paid groups, just so people have an example of the power of the shopping cart and how it can be used in a modern day client's use case like you're using now.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. By the way, Sarai, that's a good point to have SEO specific fields for each plug.
Mm-hmm.
That was hot.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I need to hop off of here now, off the camera part.
Appreciate it.
I love you guys. I love Plug and Paid. I'm excited about everything to come.
Cool. Thank you a lot.
Do the email automation, one more question. Do the email automation have the abandoned cart emails?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Those are kind of annoying on a customer end, but then maybe not. It's annoying because you're making me still want to spend my money.
So it converts a lot, right?
Yeah, I know it. I know it technically works. That's why it's annoying.
Think about it this way. What if you were able to make it convert even better because you could send them text messages because you captured their telephone number? That's
what I want. And my mother is a text user. That's what and all her older clients are still text users versus but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm going to ask this one more question publicly and I'll let you guys go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the cart system she's a travel agent, and that is some of those things are on that list to where it said not to use actually the beauty products are is too if you're selling hair.
Right.
So I don't know, but I know that you were saying that some of those were rules of the merchant that you pick it. So it kind of goes can we or can we not? So do you guys decide, like like my client that I have built this whole cart, so she's not really selling hair per se, but she is selling beauty products. And if she got off into selling hair because it all goes into it, how do I know if that would technically be a problem? Does it goes more by if she's using PayPal or Stripe as her merchant, or is that something specific that Plug and Pay says no?
Good question, because I know a lot of people ask this about limitations about what products can be sold by merchant providers.
Yeah,
because I have a big beauty industry as my circle, and I just know when I start promoting this hair, hair is going to be one of the things.
Got it.
Yeah. So about that, what Plug and Paid is doing is we're forbidding basically what Stripe forbids. Mm-hmm. So we kind of took the same list, because it was a list that was decent. And also a lot of our functionalities are based on Stripe. So if Stripe allows it, there's no problem with Plug and Paid. Even Plug and Paid only intervenes when you're doing something illegal, like scams or like selling some pirated software, things like that, music that you don't own. So things like that, when we get reports, then we go and ban the Plug and Pay user that did that. But other than that, we just allow anything, like someone selling cannabis oil with Bitcoin. Like, okay, we don't mind that business, right?
Right. The things that they're picking, some of these things that they're picking is because they have a high return rate on.
Maybe, yeah, that may be a reason.
That's what it is with the hair and travel, where people will, they'll reverse the charges on their credit cards a lot and different stuff like that if they're not satisfied for travel in particular, because they want to cancel their trip and they try to get their money back for that. For hair, the hair thing is a big thing because sometimes you could get this fake hair and it doesn't look like it looks on the past, so they return stuff like that a lot. So I think that's why those two things in particular is why they forbid it. It's not that it's illegal, it's just that they get too much of a high refund rate for it.
Yeah, I think that's the reason behind it. Yeah, most certainly. But you have no issues from Plug and Pay.
Okay.
Products.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, guys, I'll see you guys later.
All
Guys,
right,
get
take
this
care.
deal. Everybody looking in on this. This is the last opportunity probably to get the deal, especially for multiple clients. If you want to be able to service clients like that, it's awesome.
Thank you, Sarai.
Okay, bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Yeah. Okay.
All right. That was a lot of good stuff right there. That blew me away, that use case of that cart that she had.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start doing a shotgun, and we're going to start kicking them out a lot faster because, guys, we have about 10, 15 questions to cover. Let's move it on down, and appreciate all of you that have been sticking with us for the last hour and a half. All right, floating cart, pop-up widget, embed widget. Please make it a one script tag, then divs for each plug. It will make it much easier to manage. Totally understand, and we totally agree. Let's go ahead and write that down to.
We don't need to write it down.
Oh, there
it's
you go.
already written down.
Cool. All right, why not include webhooks in all plans? This makes it easier for people to buy the plugin.
Well, the only plan that doesn't have it is the Lightning Lite, which is like a try it out kind of plan. So that's why we decided that they don't get access to the API and webhooks. Yeah, it's just how we made our pricing. We also in AppSumo time we also had a similar offer with a one stack called Supercharged back then, and again the Supercharged accounts don't have webhooks and APIs; they have to upgrade. We kind of just took on the same thing.
There you go. Thank you for that. Okay, moving on to the next one. Alex, late to the party. Not sure if this was answered. Is there anything available in the current deal for us original 10 stack LTD buyers that we should be consider adding?
If you already have a 10 stack, then chances are almost nothing on our current deal will be a fit for you because you already have a lot. And but you can go and buy multiple more transactions if you want to increase your transactions quota. That's one thing you can do to beef it up. You have more options inside Plug and Paid, but most importantly, we're preparing a really sweet deal for you guys for Black Friday. So this lifetime deal we have now is just for new users. For our existing Sumo links, we will prepare something special for Black Friday.
So let me give also Alex 2 recommendations. So you had 20 teammates, and so that's one thing. Now, the reason why I say that is because every client that you may have will probably want to have their own assistant, and they do not want to have their assistant having the same permission levels as them. So if you give a client a user, that takes away from your teammate quota. So my recommendation, probably stock up on some more teammates. That's number one. Number two, think of getting the marketing automation add-on. That's an add-on separately from our MRR plans if people want some extra functionality, like cart abandonment emails, cart abandonment SMS, things of that nature. That's something that you're going to want to think of adding on to your plan as well. So good question. Thank you very much for that. You're welcome, John Doe. Much appreciated. Jumping on down, in Switzerland, Twint is big for online payments. Any ideas of implementing it?
It's the first time we've had this request, so I have no idea how to answer that, but I'm going to let our guys know. Maybe they know more.
Sure. Totally makes sense.
Twint. Okay.
All right. Moving on now to the next one. I have a 3-stack account from AppSumo. It doesn't really map to any of our current plans. It has elements of all of the 4 current plans in terms of term limits. 4 plans he's referring to, and let me show you guys, is based on the current sale right now. That's
the
this
Lightning. Yeah.
He's referring to those. Okay. So I do notice that there are some features that have changed from the original deal, though, like the limits on bandwidth now. What's up with that? Good question.
It's very simple, Patrick. Well, we did some benchmarks with our system. We did some calculations in Excel, see what our server usage is and our services usage is, and how we're going to account for that. And we came up with these limits, and those are the limits.
There you go. And the original AppSumo users, thank you very much for believing in us and investing. We appreciate the time that you spent with us, the investment of financial, that the finances that you spent on us back then. As you could see, I try to make transparency big with you guys, and obviously, Emmy loves it. I loves it that how much you guys get involved with us. And this brings us to our next conversation that we're going to have with Patrick. How close are you guys to becoming a viable replacement for ChargeBee? And that's a good question. What I want to mention to everyone who is thinking of picking up these accounts that also live in the LTD or the lifetime deal space. So part of also what we do with the plug and paid accounts is you have the ability to rent them out. That's number one. You can set up your own billing plans. Number two, and part of the reason why Patrick has asked that is because for all of us who buy accounts, let's say on a platform like AppSumo or PitchGround, Rebel Alliance, LTDF, Martech, it doesn't matter where it is. The idea is sometimes you'll have software companies that will launch lifetime deals. And in the past, they haven't been able to necessarily monetize those sub-accounts. The reason why I'm mentioning this and Patrick is mentioning this is for SaaS integrations, right? SaaS could use their own billable solution because sometimes some of them will have a white label agency solution for some partners. Well, if you introduce, let's say, ChargeBee Pay, it kind of breaks that billing experience. Plus, there is no, affiliate solution for some of those SaaS companies. So we're thinking, great, let's provide a brandable billing solution for white label agencies for a lot of these software platforms, number one. Then number two, guess what? At the same time, they don't have to pay for a separate affiliate solution since it comes bundled all in one, and they can help us, as in buyers, monetize our sub accounts, and in the process it gives these founders, which is benefit number three, some benefits on the monthly recurring revenue that we charge clients. We can give them a portion of that to the founders, so the founders can have tons of microtransactions every month, whether it be for every sub account, whether it be for every user. The point being, hey, guess what? Now you can help your founders from the products that you like monetize those sub accounts that they provide you. So in a nutshell, that's everything. So yeah.
Right. I also have a take on this. There's actually two sides of this question. So Bruce already answered one, which is related to SaaS founders that want to offer their agencies possibility to rent out their sub accounts while also making a revenue from that. So that's what Bruce was mentioning, and we're attacking this on the Superbolt front to be able to create like a dedicated Superbolt solution for these SaaSes. And the other front is the simplest approach, which is you have a SaaS and a SaaS platform, and you want billing just for yourself, just to get subscriptions from your users, like $39 a month, or things like that, which is already possible with Plug and Pay. But if you want to call it a really viable replacement for ChargeBee, it needs one more ingredient, which is on our roadmap. And this ingredient is, instead of having a customer portal like we have now, and your customer has to go and log in with his email address, and they will see a portal which is generic for purchases, we want to add an embeddable sheet which says My Account. So you just add a button in your SaaS which will open this sheet inside your SaaS dashboard itself, just over it on top, from the right side, from here, and it will say My Account, name, avatar, my subscription plan, change plans, cancel subscription, update credit card, and change billing information. So all these things on a simple embeddable sheet, so that you have the billing and the accounts part already taken care of. You just need to worry about the rest. So I think, in my opinion, that's what's needed to really be a viable replacement. And this feature is on our roadmap, and it's scheduled for Q1 2021.
Patrick, hope that answers a lot of your questions, but we do know that we have to have a call lined up with you. So we'll do that when we get a free chance to breathe or...
I think Patrick always nagged me about the single sign-on, and I'm really sorry it's not there yet. It's just, if we do this embeddable thing, you don't need that single sign-on. anymore.
Well, the other benefit is people don't have to worry about the waiting for the two-factor. Let's say they want to sign into their account, they don't have to wait also for signing in to a Plug and Paid account with a two-factor email. They could just sign on with a Facebook sign-on. That's another solution too.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, moving on to the next one. Is the SuperBoltz transaction packs for all accounts?
Yeah, it adds on top of your pool.
Well,
Your transaction quota.
It's not for all accounts. It's specifically for SuperBoltz accounts.
Yes, you need to own a SuperBoltz plan in order to get this, to claim this. And it will add on top of your plan's monthly transactions quota, it will add 1,000.
And just to give you guys a heads up as to what Alex is referring to, this is what we're looking at there.
Yeah.
If you want to add additional monthly transactions to your quota, these are your add-ons. And we've been in discussions. We don't have anything concrete yet, but we may have more variants or more add-ons. Let's say if you're looking for like more teammates or something like that, that we'll highlight on the page here too. We're still in discussions about that, but that's one of the things that we're talking about for Black Friday. Yeah. There you go, Patrick. It basically avoids needing 2 logins. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. But if we have the embeddable sheet, which already has the single sign-on inside, you don't even need to worry about that. You just embed the code and use our API token or something like that, and it's done.
Yep, correct.
But much better integration.
Cedric, thank you very much for the kind words. I see a great future for Plug and Paid. Guys, you're amazing. We try, and then I was telling him from the beginning, I was like, let's have the transparency of what we're working on, what we're thinking, what we're discussing, because we want to make it really community-based. It's almost like a community-driven product. You'll see other products that are really like that too. As of late, Nimbus is a perfect example. Their Facebook group went from 100 to 1,200 within a week and a half. All they do is just answer comments in the Facebook group the whole time. So totally agree. I see the value in that. I saw that then, and I 100% agree with you. I've loved Plug and Paid and the team since the very beginning.
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you, Cedric, for the support.
Right. I mean, and it's not just. Well, I'll be specific. It was really hearing the feedback of the community. You guys were just really receptive. Once you open up the Facebook groups, that to me just totally opened my mind. I was like, I love working with these guys. So yeah.
Yeah, we like transparency.
It does go a long way. Plus the time that you invest in the community too. Are those are 1,000 per account or total? Good question.
Total.
There you go.
It adds on the pool.
Perfect. Got it. So that way you can use like 900 for one client and then say 100 for another client.
Yeah.
So Justin, I hope that answers that question. You could split it up with your clients based on their needs. Yeah. Okay, Alex, should have been more clear. I meant for sub-accounts. 1,000 per sub-account sounds like that's a yes. He's referring to the transactions, the SuperBoltz transaction pack. And I think that ties in with Justin's question.
Yeah, so it's if you have 10 sub-accounts, you don't get 10,000 transactions. You get 1,000, just what it says. It's 1,000 transactions. Your SuperBoltz has a single quota. You don't have multiple quotas for each of the clients. You just have a single one, which encompasses all of them, and you can buy 1,000 more like this.
So, Alex, go ahead. I mean, sorry.
You can monitor their usage if you want inside the SuperBoltz app. You can see how many transactions each of them had and add some more add-ons or something on their billing plan, so you offset your cost to them like that if they go above your quota, right?
Alex, there's something else I wanted to mention too, and that's part of now we're having leads. So 2 things I want you to consider, right? This is when it's transaction-based specifically. When something hits like a Plug and Paid API or a Stripe API, I don't want you to think that because some people are starting to do Plug and Paid like a giveaway, not like a competition giveaway, but say, hey, give me your name, give me your email address or your telephone number, name, not your name, but your email or telephone number. And then I'll give you like a Google Doc or something or a PDF, right? So the thought process is, well, that means that would be a transaction. No, that's now been split. So that means if you're using Plug and Paid for lead generation, because you're going to use it for pop-ups, right? You're going to use it for leads to build up your Plug and Paid CRM. Those transactions of exchanging a free digital download in exchange for a lead gate, or the lead gate being an email address or an SMS number or a telephone number that you can send a text to, those don't count towards your transaction quota. So I want you to understand that. That's number one.
Yeah.
And number two, that's why there's a separate leads quota now. It's just FYI. So that we did that specifically, so I understand there's more value to that when it's separated. Plus, that 1,000 that you have does not get diminished because of, hey, I have a Plug and Pay landing page or pop-up that's going to go ahead and capture leads. Those do not go against your sub account, your transaction quota.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex says the client pack inside my dashboard may be a better deal for me than my Superbolts transaction pack.
I told you there are perks of being an early adopter, so just keep it to yourself, right?
Alex, thank you for being an early Superbolt adopter. I appreciate that too. Okay, moving on down to the next one. Another question. How does Plug and Paid work regarding VAT charges to customer based outside of the European Union? Is VAT applied or calculated for them too? So in other words, they're asking, does Plug and Paid work regarding VAT charges to customers, let's say in Africa or in Asia or in China?
I'm not really an expert in VAT. I can tell you that most of the times when you're a merchant from Europe and you sell to someone outside of Europe, the VAT does not get applied. But there might be cases, you need to check with your accountant. There might be cases where you need to add VATs, in which case our automated engine will know, depending on multiple things, to do it or not. So just enable your European VAT calculations, and we'll take care of this logic for you. You don't have to worry about it. And if you ever see something that is not according to the accounting rules, let us know, and we'll change it instantly. Like we typically do it in minutes, because this is really important.
And I'm glad that we're talking about that, because it did come up, and I know I've had discussions with this before. So there's a group community member, Nina. Hi there. Didn't forget about you. There is topics that come up regarding taxes and tax tables, something like inside the United States. That is something that's being worked on. I don't want you guys to think like as if we forgot about it or we're not thinking about it. Tax tables regarding certain zip codes in the United States, that you need to be able to send products and apply the proper zip code percentage. That's also being worked on too. I don't want you guys to think like we completely forgot about that. That made me think about it. And that was one of the last things that I wanted to mention as part of the webinar today about regarding taxes. So yeah.
Right. Some of you guys are from the United States, so you care about US sales tax. And we're going to automate that in Q1.
So appreciate that regarding your VAT question, Mr. John Doe. Moving on to the next one. Manuel Miranda. And one more. I'm a brand new Plug and Paid user. Will I be able to benefit from the Black Friday deal too? We brought it to you early. That's technically what's going on today. So yes, you just get it 2 weeks ahead of everyone else. The AppSumo users have been spoiled for the past year and a half. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
So if you're a fresh user, if you're a fresh lifetime user, I mean, this is the deal for fresh lifetime users today. This is what we've prepared for you. We've been working on this for the past 2 months, and it's been a big effort to make it happen. And it's gonna stay a while longer, including for Black Friday. So feel free to purchase anything you need to beef up your account. You'll also access some upgrades inside your Plug and Paid account, but our early adopters that, are with us since 2 years ago, we have some special treats for them that personally I would like to keep more private, because I also wouldn't like to know that some other group of users who are older get some nice benefits. But they should know. So with them, when we communicate with them and we tell them about this, we always spoil them, like Bruce says. We cannot help it. They helped us get off the ground and go to where we are today. We couldn't have done this without them. So, yeah, we like to spoil them.
And with that, that was the last question today. Thank you very much for hanging in there, guys. An hour and 45 minutes. There was a lot that we covered, a lot of questions. We try to answer all the scenarios. We'll be back next Wednesday at our regular time, Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern. With that, everyone, be safe, keep social distancing in mind, wash your hands, and leave any questions and comments for us inside the groups. It doesn't matter where, Martech, LTDF, our lifetime deal early adopter plug and pay group. I say that specifically because we're maintaining a lot of the conversations regarding the LTD and that plug and pay group. So just FYI, feel free to drop us some comments and tag us, please. That helps us get our attention regarding the hundreds of Facebook notifications. Emmy, anything else before we let everyone go?
No, that's it. Really excited for what's next.
Good. All right, guys, thank you for sticking with us, and we'll see you next week. Everybody have a good one. Take care. Bye, guys.